Well, well, well. Yes, 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 that bravo is for you. Bravo. Give yourself a bravo. Take that right hand, that left hand, place it on your heart, your mind, or your soul, wherever you need to place it. Do what you need to do to encourage yourself. Listen, this is one of those impromptu, just pop up and start chatting. That's what I feel like today. It is a wonderful day here, an absolutely wonderful day here at Bravo with Sheila. And I am so happy to be able to pop up whenever I feel like popping up. And this is something I woke up with this morning, trying to pop up because I just felt something on me. When it's on me, I got to get it off of me. And there's my sweet sister, my vivid life. Good morning to you, my sister. I was just talking to the people, whoever is out there now with you and I and whoever else. And I was saying how I had to just pop up. It was just, I felt this unction, this thing to just go live like right now. You know, I just feel this presence on me about being intentional. That's the word for the day, intentional, being intentional. And I was sitting and pondering and just thinking, and I was like, so many of us say, Lord, help, I need a duo, or help, I need a do-over, period, right? And so I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh my goodness, we always want a do-over, but we never go back and fix whatever was broken in or whatever we needed adjustment in. And so I don't want to really be on here long. I just wanted to get this off of me. I just wanted to share a little bit about what I feel I need to say this morning. And it's help, I need a do-over. And so many women, that's all they say is, I want a do-over. I want a do-over. Sometimes they're talking about in their body, sometimes in their mind, their heart, their spirit. It depends on who you are and where you are and what you're looking for in life and what you feel you need. But nevertheless, it's like, I need a do-over, like I really do need a do-over. And a lot of times I feel that we as women, we get that do-over on the outer part, on the outside, and we don't pay any attention to the do-over that we need on the inside. The do-over inside out, that's when you 100% got the do-over. But you can't go 50-50. You got to go across the board because we have the inner and the outer, right? And sometimes we focus so very much on the outer. And we're saying, oh, I need a do-over. But when you get that do-over, you're still lonely. You're still messed up on the inside. You're still feeling depressed. I don't care how you fix yourself up on the outside. If you don't have that thing working on the inside, then you're just going to walk around faking the moves, wearing the mask, never changing, never growing, and just faking each step of the way. I'm not calling you guys a fake. I didn't say that. I'm not that girl. I'm not calling you fake, but I'm saying sometimes we as women get caught up. We get caught up in the outer and don't deal with the inner. Like relationships have taken layers off of us. And put layers on us, depending on where you were and what you've gone through in your relationships or relationship. Either way, either it added to you or it took away from you. And based on either or, we still have work to do. Sometimes we think, oh, my relationship is fine and well, there may be some things going on in the inside of you that only you know about that you need to make an adjustment in. I also realize and find that there's this a lot of women that I can say a lot. I won't say all. There are a lot of women who have that low self-esteem and low self-worth. It comes from various things. It could come from when you were young. It may come from when you were a little girl. It may come from what people said about you in your head and you believed it. They said about you things that were not you, but because you felt flaws and saw flaws within yourself, you started to believe what they said. You started to believe what they called you. You started to believe that whatever they gave you a label in, you embraced it and you put it on yourself. And that internally can cause you to be walk into a low self-esteem, place in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul. So help, I need a do-over, but I submit to you. I submit to you, you don't need a do-over yet. I'll say yet. You know, I like that word yet. You do not need a do-over yet. What you need to do is to pick up where you left off, right? Go back to that place in that space and time that caused you to have a breach, or that caused you to have a disconnect, or caused you to feel low within yourself. Go back to that spot, sit with yourself, figure out what adjustments that you need to make within yourself. What altering, you know how you go to the tailor and they'll alter a suit just for you, right? Your sister may try to get in it. Your mama may try to dress in that same suit, right? Going out to a gala or anywhere, and they can't fit it. Why? Because you didn't really get that size 12, size 8 or 5 from the department store, which can kind of give you a little leverage, right? You went to a tailor, and the tailor measured everything about you to make this fit just for you. Such as life. Your life is fitting just for you. And we have to stay focused and be intentional about what we think about ourselves, intentional about what we say about ourselves, intentional about who we allow in our space, intentional about what we think. We have to be intentional on purpose. You have to get up and on purpose encourage yourself, on purpose motivate yourself. You must. That's why you got to give yourself a bravo, just because. And you do not need anyone's permission, right? Because I don't know your story and you don't know mine. And if I don't speak back to myself and say, well, girl, you didn't feel, oh, girl, you feel bad today. You don't want to do anything, but some kind of way you push, you take that one step and place it in front of the other. And suddenly you feel that suddenly shift where you say, okay, I can do something different. I won't let this day go to waste. I will be productive, even though I'm not feeling really well. You got to think, oh, there's somebody else feeling worse than me. There's somebody else that can't even get up out of bed. There's somebody else that's not even in their right mind. But we're saying we need a do-over. What do we need a do-over in? And what do we need a do-over for? We get the do-over. What are we going to do? The same thing that we've done prior to the last do-over, because we've had some do-overs. If you sit with yourself, you can think about the do-overs that you have had. So my thing today is to share with you just a little bit about this do-over situation. You can get that do-over, but you don't want to get another do-over just to wind up in the same space that you're in right now. A do-over, you got to make adjustments. Make adjustments within yourself. Do the thing that you need to do to get right with yourself. Start where you ended. Go back to that spot, that space, and that time, and get your do-over. Now, a lot of times we have situations where low self-esteem will chip away at you. Let me just tell you briefly, read to you what low self-esteem. Self-esteem is how self-esteem, we'll start with that. Self-esteem is how we value and perceive ourselves. Okay, I could park there. How do you perceive yourself? What has someone said to you that you started to believe? What is it that you're stuck in that you feel you can't get out of, that's constantly depleting you, constantly taken away from you, constantly pulling on your heartstrings? It's based on our opinions and beliefs about ourselves. What do you believe about you? Do you believe that you're fearfully and wonderfully made? Do you believe that you're awesome? Do you believe that you're fabulous? Do you believe that you can do anything that you want to do and be all that you can be? Do you believe that no matter what school you went to or what grade you graduated from, what college degree you do or don't have? I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about the outer things that we place on ourselves. I'm talking about what you feel about yourself in your innermost being, inside you. What do you believe about yourself? All right, beliefs about ourselves, which can sometimes feel really difficult to change. Yes, it feels difficult. Yes, it can be difficult, but you can do it. I said you can do it. You give yourself that bravo and you get up and brush yourself off and keep it moving. Just make a move, bust a move Anything you need to do, just don't stay stuck. Don't stay. Now, listen, there's those moments where you got to stay in a place and you got to get your head together and you got to get yourself together. And I give you that. I'll give you a couple of days. I'll give you a week or so, depending on what the situation is you're dealing with, right? What do you need to do to get back up again? What do you need to get this do-over to be the do-over of the do-overs, where you don't have to come back and keep getting do-overs? What is it that you're not placing within the time that you get the chance to start over again? What is it? Your self-esteem can affect whether you like or value yourself as a person and are able to make decisions and what? Assert yourself. You got to be able to assert yourself. You have to be intentional in everything that you're trying to do. Be intentional. Be intentional with everything that you need to do. Be intentional to move forward. You don't need a do-over yet. You need to fix those things that are kind of broken on the inside or kind of off kilter. It may not be in pieces, but everyone needs to be looking internally on how they can be better each day. Women, we have gone through so many things and worn so many hats in the time space of one day, 24 hours. You can sit and count. I was this today. I was a parent. I was the teacher. I was the cook. I was the mother. I was the friend. I was the confidant. I was the worker. I was the chief. I was the CEO. What? How many hats do we kind of switch off and wear? We wear them because that's the hand that we're dealt, but we got to play that hand. We can't run from it, because when you run from things that you have to adjust or make or figure out, then that's when you feel like I need such a do-over. You may not need the do-over you think you need. Now, listen, some of you may have gone through some hardships, divorce, breakups. You may have gone through some serious illnesses. You may have, now listen, that's a whole nother type of do-over. But some of you constantly get body image. Now, I'm not bashing you. I'm not, no. Do your thing. But what good are you if you have all this beauty and shallow on the inside? Now, that's not a blanket statement, because some of you do what you want to do in terms of cosmetically, and you're beautiful and you do what you would like to do for you. Some of you have done the work, right, on the inside, and as well as getting the outside. There is a population of women who have done both, but there's a big population who's only done the outer thing and ignore the innermost being, the inner part of you. That's the part that keeps you sane. That's the area where you have to pull yourself and raise the bar up. Don't be finger pointers. Point the finger on yourself. If you're in a relationship that is abusive, you're going to have to figure out a way to navigate and have an exit strategy. You got to have an exit strategy. You got to get out of that thing. You must be able to make a move towards greatness, because great is what you are. And you are called to be beautiful, to have a prosperous life, to be happy and content on the inside. It starts with us, ladies. It starts with us to make the adjustments, right? To fix and tweak some things. What do you need to tweak? What is it that you need to tweak? What is it that you're looking for, right? On the outside. But what about the inside? We have to develop ourselves. We have to sit with ourselves. A man cannot complete us. Because men want women who are complete within themselves and know who they are. Men want women who have done the homework, just like we want men who are complete within themselves and who have done the homework and done what they needed to do to get their house in order. I'm talking about this house right here. Get it in order. We need to get it in order. We sometimes want, I need, I'm looking for a man, I'm looking for a mate, I'm looking for a husband. All of that's all good. That's all good. But what have you done within your inner self to complete that man, or to complement, I'll say, not complete, complement, right? Because we complement each other. What have you done to make an investment in yourself? The investment in yourself, not outside of yourself. The bank on the inside, that investment bank on the inside, right? What wealth is inside you? What wealth is internally in you that you can bloom out? Are you standing in the place of happy? Are you standing in the place of being like a flower because you've done the work? We cannot, and I'll stress it, we cannot assume or say, oh, I'm good, if you've gone through some traumas, if you haven't dealt with those traumas, if you haven't taken those layers off, right? Or put some good layers on. That onion that we need to peel, we got to peel that onion. I might talk about peeling the onion one day, but I just felt today, this is a short little moment I wanted to have with you because I felt it was important to tell you to be intentional about yourself. Be intentional about what you say about yourself. Be intentional about who's in your circle, who's in your tribe. Be intentional about keeping the haters away. Turn the voices off if it doesn't compliment you and build you up. If it just pacifies you, be intentional to make an assessment of where you're going. It's a new year approaching us. What are you going to do what you haven't done before? What are you going to do that you haven't done before? I want to know. I want you to tell me what you're going to do that you haven't done before. You must do something different because when nothing changes, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Bless all of you. Remember to be intentional, right? Be intentional. Be on purpose. When you wake up, already be in the frame of mind that I'm going to be intentional today. This day is not going to run away from me. I'll get the do-over that I'm looking for, but let me check myself first before I say, oh, help, I need a do-over. Help yourself. Help yourself and get people around you that can help you be all and do all that you want to be. There's purpose and greatness inside of all of us, ladies and men. There's greatness in us. Oh, it's screaming each layer. You think, oh, I'm walking in my purpose. No. There's more inside of you. It never stops. It just goes on and on and on and on. That's right. It does not stop. Purpose. What's next? Huh? What's next? What's next for you? What have you laid down and procrastinated with and you haven't picked that thing up? You just, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do this over here. But you started something over there, but you didn't finish it. Now you're starting something over here. Finish where you left off. Finish, go back before you want this new do-over. Go back and help yourself. Go back and assess yourself. Go back, judge yourself. Go back and spend time with yourself. Then you can segue into a brand new do-over. But don't you dare move from a broken do-over and try to squeeze that into a new one. No, sit with yourself. Get with yourself. Figure it out. Figure it out. Be around people, places, and things that push you up, not bring you down. That pull you up, not push you down. That speak life and not judgment, that speaks love and not condemnation. I said, be around people that are positive. Be around people that don't, want to judge you or say fire and brimstone or all this other stuff. I had to go there. Because guess what? God is a God of love. He loves you. He loves me. And he wants us to keep moving towards him and towards the things that he's called you to do and to be. You have purpose that's continuously screaming to come out. Don't you think you've exhausted it? Because you can't exhaust God, right? So there's so much he's placed inside of us all, right? We just get caught up. We get sidetracked. I get it. I've been there, done that, and have the t-shirt. But guess what? I had to sit with myself and pull myself back on the lane that I knew I needed to be in, right? I'm not on that left lane. I'm right here in the middle of my life, moving forward. And I want you to be right in the middle of your life, moving forward. Let's move forward together. Let's go forward so that we can achieve all the things that we want to achieve. Let's go forward, ladies. Remember, your do-over is down the road, but going back over there across the street and pick up some of them pieces that you left scattered everywhere that you think just going to disappear and fix itself. That's not going to happen. You got to do the work. So I love you today. Remember, when nothing changes, nothing changes. That do-over, I'm going to get mine too. I'm doing some things. I'm going to get my do-over too, right? Because as long as we get up, ladies, every morning, stuff is trying to take away and pull away, trying to deplete us. But guess what? That ain't going to happen, because what? We're going to be intentional to know that you could be and do all that you want to do. It's in you. I said it's in you. I don't care how sidetracked you've been. I don't care what somebody said when you were younger. I don't care, ladies, what you did last night, yesterday. I'm telling you, be intentional. Be intentional. Tap into you. Tap into the very thing that God has placed in you. Find it. Find it. It is there. You are somebody. Remember, when nothing changes, nothing changes. And I want you to always give yourself a bravo. You have to give yourself a bravo. Take that right hand, that left hand, and give yourself a bravo. You hear those claps? I'm clapping for you. I'm clapping for you. Stay encouraged. Remember, when nothing changes, nothing changes. And what you got to do, I heard you, you got to keep it moving. Just keep moving. That's all. Just keep moving. Even if you got to crawl, ladies, just move. Make a move. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. I swear, I tell you, I am so excited. Oh, be intentional. Kelly, I love you so much. You guys go over to my French channel, Kelly at My Vivid Life. My Vivid Life. You must go over to her channel. Kelly says that let's put up what Kelly said. I will be intentional by reaching out without fear or doubt, by inviting a special guest to my channel. I'll have to the courage to ask. Yes, Kelly. I love you so much, my sister. Be intentional this weekend, today, tomorrow, and forever. Let's do it together. You and I being intentional, helping the people and moving forward. I'll see you again. Take care. Ciao.